Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin and I am the Dream Decipherer, and I help you to crack the code of your sleep and dreams so you can sleep sound and dream deep. This evening, I haven't gotten anyone who is called in or written in with any information or questions about sleep. So I thought I'd chat with you a little bit about the top 5 reasons that people have poor sleep, and also to tell you a bit about the dating and relationship conference that I attended last Sunday, which is why I missed my live on Sunday. Great success despite the lousy weather. Still had a nice sized crowd, very nice energy. And people were really, really interested in what their dreams could actually mean, particularly with regard to their exes. There will be a short after interview about the conference that I will be posting soon. So you'll have to wait a little bit to get a bit of a flavor of what the conference was about. But but having said that, I'm going to look at the top 5 reasons that people have experienced poor sleep. Now, there can be many reasons why people experience poor sleep. It could have to do with heredity, could have to do with what they're eating, it could do with any number of things, stress, of course. But there are common themes throughout people's sleeplessness, and I'll look at those top 5 reasons tonight. Also, I cannot believe that no one has actually submitted questions about poor sleep. According to studies, 74% of UK adults and 35% of American adults deem themselves as being sleep deprived. So I know you're out there. You're definitely out there. People are sleeping less and they're sleeping badly. So don't be afraid to submit a question. No question is too outlandish or too foolish. And it can possibly not only help you, but help someone else who might be too afraid to ask the question. So if you do have a question, submit it. You can send it to me via messenger, or if you want, by email even. But send me a message, drop me a line by noon on Sunday, and I'll be happy to answer your question anonymously, live on air. So that's my little spiel. Now I'm going to talk about the top 5 reasons that people have poor sleep. The first is snoring, and the most obvious, whether it's you snoring or your partner snoring. And someone asked me recently, well, isn't snoring a sign that you're sleeping well? If you're snoring, it means that somehow you're blocking the free flow of air while you're sleeping, either because of your position, maybe your pillows are not right. Something is going on that's actually blocking partially your ability to breathe, and that's why you're snoring. Now, there can be various reasons that you're snoring. Again, as I said, there's no one cause. It can be a number of things, from something as simple as your pillow to medication or alcohol that you may have had. So that's something to think about. Is your snoring disturbing someone? Is your snoring disturbing you? Or someone else's snoring being the disturbance? It's worthwhile looking at what the causes are of that snoring and to get it sorted. And when I work with clients, I look at the totality of what's going on in their lives with regard to their sleep, from what's going on at work to how well they're sleeping, how many hours, what their diet is, etc. Because there's usually not one single reason why someone isn't sleeping well. Another problem that is common, toilet run. You're getting up in the middle of the night to run to the loo, and perhaps not being able to fall back asleep. Now, again, there can be various reasons why that may be the case. And again, it's necessary to look at everything that's going on in the person's life to get a true picture of what might be causing the sleeplessness. That could be one of the factors. Another factor is just physical discomfort. Are you sleeping comfortably? Is your bed comfortable? Are your pillows comfortable? There can be, if we're not completely comfortable, if we're too hot, we're too cold, whatever the case may be, the physical surroundings that we go to sleep in can play a huge role in how well we sleep or even if we sleep. Which brings me to my next point, which is about temperature. Now, temperature, being as I just said, can make a difference. Now, what's causing the too much heat or too much cold? It can be the environment itself, or it can be something that's going on with you. And again, you need to break the code, to crack the code, to find out exactly what is happening in order to be able to determine what the solutions are. And from my own work with maybe ready and willing, comfortable, and they're not sleeping, but it takes time for them to actually work through necessarily what may be triggering the poor sleep. And finally, there is the overactive mind. You know, the mind is going like a squirrel in a cage, just round and round and round and not getting anywhere, but causing you to lose sleep. So what's going on? Is it too much physical activity before going to bed? Could it be, you're mulling things over or worrying about what's going to be happening the next day or the days to come? Is it something to do with the physical environment, the relationships? It can be any number of things. And again, to be able to put a stop or to reduce the incidence of poor sleep, you need to understand what the reasons are behind the poor sleep in the first place. And that can take some time to unravel because we've gotten so good at ignoring the signals from our bodies, the images or thoughts or feelings that come up. We're so used to just soldiering on and powering through that we actually end up doing damage to ourselves, including poor sleep. Did you know that sleep is so important that Amnesty International actually designates sleep deprivation as torture, a form of torture? Now, maybe torturing myself every night because I'm not getting enough sleep. But it is a form of torture and it impacts every aspect of your life. You make poorer decisions, and there is research to back that up to our personal relationships. For example, men are more likely to misread the interest of women tired. I mean, that seems incredible, but when we're not sleeping well, we're not firing on all cylinders, we make poor decisions. We're not as capable. And if you've ever tried to drive when you're tired, which is quite dangerous, you know that our reaction time is much reduced and our ability to think is much reduced. Poor sleep can lead to things like heart disease, heart and strokes. It can lead to you gaining weight, and maybe the obesity epidemic that's going on in the Western world has a lot to do with the poor sleep, and it's a problem that's worldwide. Everyone is complaining that they're not getting quality sleep. So it really is essential that you look at your life in its totality to find out what's going on and preventing poor sleep. Now, I've given you some tracks to follow, some trails to follow to crack the code of your own poor sleep. But if you need help, then that's what I'm here for, and that's what these sessions are for you to ask your questions and to get specific advice that would be of benefit to you and perhaps to someone else. Now, in the days to come, I will be hosting or co-hosting a special live with my colleague and friend who will be working with me on my retreat in Marrakesh later this year. Now, the Sleep Sounds and Dream Deep retreat will be taking place in a beautiful, beautiful villa in Marrakesh. And I can't wait to get there. The place is just gorgeous. I'm looking forward to a week of rest and relaxation, but not only for myself, but for 10 people. It's a small group, a small exclusive group that I will be taking to work with them intensively for a week on their sleep and dream issues. So listen out, because in the coming days and weeks, coming days, it won't be weeks, as I say, I'll be doing a special live with my course partner. Her name is Julie, and she will introduce herself and will be giving you a little snippet of what will be offered on the retreat to help people to sleep sound and to dream deep. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Have a great evening and a wonderful week ahead. And as I say, if you've got any questions about sleep, please do submit them. You can submit them anytime up until 12 noon on Sunday, and I will be happy to answer your questions anonymously. Again, thanks for being with me, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.